I'm not particularly left or right. I thought of a name of my party that I would run with. I thought, my party I'm gonna run with, the birthday party.
Birthday. What's the meaning behind it?
I don't know. It's just a joke.
What's the meaning behind it?
And I understand that certain ways that I talk might feel insensitive to every person's situations. Meaning like, yeah, you think like that because you rich. Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's important that you know how a rich person thinks.
Mm-hmm. Hey, gotta know it from every angle. Are you seriously considering the presidency? How about that? That's something that you brought up, running for president. How serious are you?
I mean, you just
that?
saw right now it would be cold. So, yes, it 100% could happen. 2024.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to try it?
Oh, if I decide to do it, it will be done. I'm not going to try.
I love it. I love the confidence. Hey, man. Yay for president 2024. Let's get with the program. I want to, because I like to share and I like to let like Chicago get involved whenever we're together. I don't want them to feel shut out because they don't have a voice. So I like to give them a chance to have a voice. I had a few questions here. A guy at Warm It Up, Chris. Actually, he's an employee here, right? Chris.
Oh, one second. What I want to say, I just thought about one of my main things once I'm president is the medical industry. I'm going to make sure that the medical industry flourishes. I'm not. There's one thing I learned by hanging around with Jay-Z and being married to my wife is you can't fuck up the paper. That's the problem with a lot of the radical leaders in the past, whether it's like Malcolm or Gandhi or Martin. It's certain things where they go in and they're so righteous or so liberal that they fucking up the paper. If you fuck up the paper, your head gonna get knocked off, period. I'm not going in to, when I become president, to go and fuck up the paper. Because I tell you what, Trump ain't fucking up the paper. Those jobs are up. Those taxes are being saved on. Now, I'm sure I don't know all the policies. I don't agree with everything that any other man does, period. And I'm not particularly left or right. I thought of a name of my party that I would run with. I thought, my party I'm going to run with, the birthday party.
Birthday. What's the meaning behind it?
I don't know. It's just a joke.
What's the meaning behind
it? But it's just to say that when I would meet with Obama, they got so tied into everything that it meant to be democratic, to lobby for this, to that. And then the right gets so tied in to what that is. And really, we all in this together. We say we're all in the same gang. And I really want to express that I have love for Bernie. I have love for Trump. I have love for Hillary. I have love for all parties, everything. But we need a dialogue. And another thing I want to say is to wear the hat was also an expression of bravery. Like, now what? We still win number one? And we're going to add some numbers to it. He canceled. Now what? You know what that is? It's a modern day electric fence, a modern day form of slavery. You can't say this, you're going to get canceled. People got things in their mind that they say and feel, or they got things that they did 10 years ago that they hope don't ever come out. And blah, 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 I'm going to lose my job if this happened. And this whole cancel culture mentality. And every now and then, it got to be somebody that just goes up and says, now what? Because that's the only way change is really going to happen. It's sometimes you got to break some of the rules. But I said all that to say, when I run, I'm not going to fuck up the money. And what I like about being the founder of I'm going to call it a company right now, a $1.8 billion company, is this is awesome training because America is a company. to be able to have the artist side and the humanity that I grew up with my parents being activists and working for Operation Push, and my dad being a Black Panther, and my mom getting arrested for the sit-ins and all of this, and being taught about the pyramids and the Sphinx Good Night, all this that I've been taught. But now also learning how to really run a business, because you should not be president unless you've ran a multi-billion-dollar business, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you're dealing with finances.
Oh, you dealing with
finance?
finance?
Built around
Oh,
money,
yeah.
definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy you touched
Okay,
bases
go ahead.
on that, because some of that stuff I wasn't going to ask you. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
you know, with our relationship, I don't like to get into all that. I'll let you handle that.
I love to get into everything. I'm with it. I'm with whatever.
He with the ish. Don't
Yeah,
doubt.
I'm with the shit. So.
Warm it up, Chris said, do you have a bucket list? If so, what are the few things on that list? Pretty rich, man. Have a bucket list. I mean,
work to work more with Chicago. Also to focus the energy. We got a marketing fund with Adidas, and I'm focusing all of that energy here in the city to do things like what Vic just did with the shoes, and to sit with the, we ain't gonna have none of this, setting people up to get arrested with free shoes. That, because there's one thing about Chicago is we not corny, and that's corny.
Super.
That's cool. We're gonna do. I don't care if you from Chicago. I don't care if you a gangster, you school teacher, you're a policeman. We not corny. In our city, we can't be known for that. You know what I'm saying? As much as we don't want to be known for having a nigga wild out saying slavery is a choice on TMZ, we don't want to be known for doing no corny shit to our people like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be direct conversations that we're having with the mayor. Also, one of the ideas I had is like, for the policemen, force versus power, something my dad talked to me about. Law enforcement, when people don't have power, then they have to use force. To be able to have the dialogue, to be able to not only go and sit with people who have been wrongfully locked up, but to be able to sit and really go and sit and understand the side and perspective of the police officers too. They in the city also. Mm-hmm. It's always like, fuck the police, fuck Trump, fuck the mayor, fuck this, fuck everybody. And I swear, it's like, I feel you. I be wanting to say that. It'd be times like I be wanting to be like, fuck Drake, like, why he come at me like that? I'm dealing with mental health. Why he fucking with me like this? Like, I stay 4 blocks down the street from this man. I ain't got nothing but love, and he got love for me. Why we doing that? But right when I think that thought, I think, no, it's not fuck him. It's we have to love him. We don't know what this man is dealing with, what he's going through, why he's lashing out. This might be a cry for love that he's having. This might be a cry for attention that he's having. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, fuck him. It's not. We got to stop. It's so cool to say fuck the world. I got my friend Wes Lang that did the Yeezus merch, did all the art, right? He changed his tattoo from FTW to love the world. We real wired to say fuck the world. We love a movie with someone getting killed and this is bad things happen. It becomes torture porn almost. It's like we keep saying and seeing the same thing. You got, GLC told me that the murder rate's down 28%, but people ain't talking about that outside of Chicago. We ain't hearing about that. We just keep on hearing about how bad something is. But if we start focusing on how good something is, then more of that good is going to happen.
Yeah.
That's where the confidence comes, because none of us are perfect, and we all have different attributes. Like GLC is a historian; he's a reader. I'm spiritual. I get my communication from the Lord. I just sit on, tell Don, say George Bush don't care. Where did that George Bush don't care about black people come from? The old Ye would have said George Bush don't care, and that said it clearly. The new Ye, after meeting with Tony Robbins and meeting with different speakers, made sure that was more clear. Because sometimes I think that happens with Trump. It's like the way he communicates, it's easy to find something wrong in what he's saying. He gives you these quotes that are just so like over. Whereas like Obama is such a genius communicator that you almost can't even find a quote, like a standout quote. Give me an Obama quote.
You got me, man.
That's he communicates in like the best way I would describe is like in a decentralized form of communication, where you can't. It's elusive. You can't hold nothing on him, and that is super intelligence right there. You got to get that man is cold. The fact that he's doing that, you see now, and that is great for politicians, and that's great for school, and that's great, but that method is not great for business, because when you're a businessman, you're gonna drop those bombs on them, because you got like me, I got 90 employees. People need to understand exactly what you're saying, exactly what they stand, exactly what their responsibility is. And sometimes that's going to hurt a little bit. So what I think you're hearing a lot of times when Trump is talking is the way people talk in business. People you've never, because by the way, a lot of us, the majority of us don't have people in our family that run $500 million, billion-dollar companies. So we've never even heard this vernacular before. When I hear it, I say, oh, it sounds like business. But I had to go into it to understand it. You know what I'm saying? You just never, it's like first time you heard rap or DMX or NWA, people burn the CDs also. Because it was so jarring. We never heard it sound like that before. This is like, whoa, for real? You know, so this is just new. It's an opportunity. And that's one of the things I really loved about, you know, this man having the opportunity to be president is it's something new every day. Like when it's a politician that can speak to the point where this man could talk to you for an hour and you don't even have a quote from it. Like, it's like, what do you even get out of it? Other than the fact that you're just happy that it's someone that's black that speaks white English extremely well. You know, that's another thing when black people are talking about like how good we speak. What do you mean good? It ain't even our tongue. What are you talking about? You know, we speak better with dance, maybe with music, maybe with food, maybe with just love, maybe with sewing, maybe with style, maybe with this. But we're still translating exactly how to sound. And we're having to balance two things. Are we speaking black enough for our community and white enough to understand it for people in business to understand us and for us to move forward? And it's not like we've got our own, you know, I think the term is like non-gentrified. Gentrified is like, what's the version when it's like the community is not going downtown to buy all their stuff? So, you know, gentrification, when they talk about it's, Mama, I'm sorry for not having this word down, and I'm talking on radio. I want to embarrass you from heaven and stuff, and embarrass the, you know, all of the.
Y'all know the word.
But basically, okay, you know, you know this thing where black people started, you know, buying all their clothes, you know, outside of the black community. So we don't even know how to have our own language, our own dialect, because we going down to the Gucci store afraid to be in a store, but wanting to spend all of our money to prove that we somehow validated in this country and to our people. We wired to spend all of our money to prove something. We spend it, we going broke trying to impress other broke people.
True, but a lot of that is kids influenced by who? What they see, the artists, the rappers, the entertainers. That's how they know about Gucci, a lot of them. They see these guys in them on the TV, the videos. They see them in these Gucci shoes. I gotta have that. Or I'm not cool if I don't have a Gucci top.
Well, let me tell you what we doing there with high fashion and style and all that. It's like, remember, like drill, everyone rap. Everybody rap like Chief Keef. Everybody rap like Valet. You know, like period. You know what I'm saying? And then you got, of course, Migos and this. You know, so not everybody, but drill and Valet style is the most popular styles in rap. Period. So there was a time when we used to copy New York rappers and shit. And we wanted to, so even when I came, I rapped in New York.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and then I add a little bit of a Southern, you know, thing to it, like South Side, you know, and 50 was doing it too at the same time with his thing. I mean, he first started doing it. I was like, man, that's our style. We rap New York was Chicago accent. That's our style, man. But so now there's a transition in that I'm bringing a pawn in fashion. Because I love the Gucci store, right? You know why I love the Gucci store? Because I love Alessandro, the head designer. He cold.
Mm-hmm.
He cold. So, of course, man, we're going to be going in there all the time. He got so much energy, so many ideas. That man is cold. You know what I'm saying? So what I've been doing is going to these schools where the talent comes from and hiring the coldest motherfuckers on the planet. And what's so dope about Balenciaga and Louis Vuitton is Demna, the head of Balenciaga, worked at Yeezy. And everybody knows that Virgil worked at Yeezy, the head of Louis Vuitton. So now y'all know how cold the designs is. So when we bring these prices down, you're not going to feel that you have to have the validation of that extra cost to know that you're getting something that's cold. Because if any of y'all go to Ruth Chris or anything, where the people used to go after prom, that one restaurant, Cheesecake. Or what's the other one? Grand Lux.
Yeah.
You telling me that if you order the fried chicken, it's going to be better than Harold's? It's going to actually be way worse, right? That's what we doing at Yeezy. We making the Harold's version of apparel that even though it's going to be affordable, literally H&M Uniqlo price, it's going to be cold as, not colder, but cold as Balenciaga, cold as Louis Vuitton, cold as Gucci.
That's dope. That's definitely dope.
Yeah. Look at me now. Look at me. God damn, I look good. This Dickies. Look at me with some Yeezy boots.
Really? You got Dickies for real? I think you play it. You got Dickies? The Dickies top? I see. Oh, yeah. Damn. Wow. Hey, you can make anything look good, man. Believe that. Anything.